Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy excited for this video. I know that they announced some new characters were coming to Etheria Restart. I didn't want to cover all that because, you know, they just do the little blurbs and stuff like, this character is gonna do debuffs or whatever. I wanted to see the stats like we did with Lilium to see exactly where they'd stay in the meta. I haven't looked at them yet. I mean, you just have to take my word for it, I guess. Well, he brought something up, means he's lying. No, I'm just kind of excited to see because I read a little bit about like the characters busted. So let's see. We're gonna go into the archive. Let's check it out. Animus archive. There should be 2 new characters, right? We should have Plume and then a 4-star SR. Yeah, Hizuki Mari. But we're gonna be looking at Plume here. Let's check this out. All right, I know we're quick in here today. Peacock Lady Plume. 129. 129 speed. Holy shit. She's gonna be, she has a dispel? Oh no, she's gonna have full strip. She's gonna be, okay. Her S1's an AoE. All right, let's check out the S3 first. Also, she has effect accuracy at 129 plus 15. This is fucking absurd. Okay. 129 base speed. Flame Dance. 3 hits of 110 to all enemies. Each hit has a 45% chance to dispel 1 buff from the target and a 45% chance to inflict a defense break and weak. She has triple strip, defense break, weakness, reduces damage dealt by an additional 25%. So she breaks defense and reduces damage dealt and has triple strip. So nothing is saving you. I don't care if you go in with your fast Ling Low or whatever and put up some HP heal stacks for mechanic with immunity barrier. It doesn't matter. You're all 3, and she's 145 speed. And she's got defense break, and she reduces damage dealt by an additional 25%. So if you're a cleaver, if you're a speed player out there, we've never had strip defense break, I don't think, on one skill in the game. That is fucking huge. Pardon my French. We're gonna get put on the restricted list again. That means Bulwark can't stop you from speed cleaving people. That means so much stuff just cannot stop you. Fast character to put up immunity doesn't stop you. That is absurd. Reduces damage dealt by an additional 25%. Also means that you could probably put her in like a bruiser v bruiser RTA match, right? Where like characters like, we love them, right? In bruiser mode, Holden. The 4-star Makoto Mizuku, whatever her name is. I love her. I have her built. All of the defense scaling characters, all the defense scaling bruisers get absolutely smoked by this character. Breaks their defense so they do less damage that way. They also take more damage. But also they get weakness so they do even less damage. So every Holden who gets hit by this character is going to hit like a wet noodle. Every defense. Dude, Rahu? Godspeed, Spider-Man. You're gone unless you have a cleanser of some sort in there. That's crazy. If you're not already dead. Okay. Sure. It's a 3-turn cooldown. It's investment level 5 here. Do we need... You probably do want to have... We can't see the base chances here. Unless you just stack a bunch of effectiveness for PvP. Honestly, the only thing that really goes up is the reduced cooldown and then the weakness duration of 2 turns. So probably if you want to save some lattices on her, you might be able to get away with 2 in this to make the weakness duration 2 turns. Or if you're just gonna speed cleave with her and RTA did, you might not need any lattice investment in this at all. I laughed because I said, "Did you gonna get in there? Did you gonna get in there? Did?" That's bro. Dead? Okay. Yeah, sure. Best opener for speed cleavers in the game, I guess. And she's 129. All right, that's just one skill. S2, the Quill. Whenever in Animus uses an active skill or triggers a passive skill, for every 1 debuff inflicted on the enemy unit, there's a 100% chance to put Curse Quill. Animus is set Plume can stack up to 1 times per skill. After each enemy's action ends, she increases turn meter by 8%, dude! Fucking banana bread, dude! Oh my god, Curse Quill. Each squill increases damage taken by 6. She already defense breaks and reduces speed by 3 flat, which is weird, up to 10 stacks. 60% damage and 30 speed down. So for PvE, this is just a passive on her. Whenever an Animus uses an active skill or triggers a passive skill. So, I mean, I understand their verbiage in this game is kind of wild, but like, does this work on her? It says Animus except Plume can stack up to 1 times per skill. So that means, does she get 0? Or does she get infinity? Like, if you hit the fat S3 on this thing with the 3 hits, do you get 3 quill stacks? God bless. If you get 3 quill stacks, that means she'd have a 60% defense break, 25% reduced damage from weakness, and 3 quill stacks on everybody? I'm assuming it works with her because this is why she's gonna have a level, an S1 that's an AoE. 200% to all enemies with 100% chance to inflict Curse Quill. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe she just stacks it up 1 at a time. But did this S3, even if the 2 and the 1 don't matter for PvP at all, which they might not, the S3 alone can turn the tides and turn the tables on so much shit. So much. I mean, if you're a fast cleaver, dude, bye, right? Imagine, like, this is the reason why Kloss fell off, right? All of the, like, oh, I'm gonna defense break you. I never said Kloss was all that great in PvP. I told you as soon as Bulwark became a meta pick, you won't see her anymore. My friend was like, you don't know what you're talking about. But like, this doesn't get played that much because Bulwark exists, or like flat, you know, fast immunity givers or whatever exist. That's also why Obel's so strong, is because if Obel's in there and you pick him with some other debuffers, whatever, you can make him go first. And if they have Bulwark, you just use his S2 first and strip them. Right, same thing with Heinrich. But this character having multiple strips, mind you, in defense break all at the same time, dunners, dude. And if this S3 can also proc this, after each enemy's action ends, Plume increases all items. This doesn't really matter for PvP. These two things, they sound more for PvP to me. Like, these are more like longer lasting battle things. Like in PvE, I mean, you're gonna have 10 stacks of Curse Quill, so you're gonna reduce the enemy boss's speed by 30 flat, and then have 60% damage taken and defense break, and also reduce. This is just like a better version. Kloss was a good person to bring up. This is just like an infinitely better version of Kloss in a lot of circumstances out there for PvE in a lot of ways. Also, she's an LD, so you can just take her everywhere. Holy crap. That's wild. Like, she doesn't have the turn meter push back that Kloss does on her S2. But listen, this is a passive, and after each enemy's turn ends, Plume increases all allies' turn meter by 8%. So this is just kind of like crazy. It's like a mini gigabyte. It's a mini gigabyte for your whole team. She pushes everyone by 8. So if you're fighting PvE boss of 3 things, I mean, per cycle, that's 24% turn meter. Sure, dude, why not? Yeah, let's just add the fastest stripping cleave enabler in the game that also looks to be insane in PvE. Because her S1 is also AoE. Okay, sure, why not? Why not, dude? What do we got in here? Effect accuracy. Cool. Yeah, that character is fucking busted. I'm sorry. If you think it's anything other than that, dude, I'm not sure. I don't know. Does she got EOS on herself too? Can we zoom in? Does that also say EOS? I don't think she's part of EOS. Dude, whatever. Okay. All right, friends. Now we also got Hizuki Mari. Let's check this out. SR character. She's got a little Mari ball. Is that called a Mari? Right? That's a Mari, right? I watched Demon Slayer. Shh. All right, 123, so fairly fast, but not 129. Oh, she's a marionette. Oh my god. Actually, that design's kind of fire. Ish. I gonna say it looks a little empty, but that's probably because she's a doll. AoE. Let me show you how real. Tamari. Got it. Mari. Tamari. Okay, I figured it out. Let me show you real Tamari Ball skills. 2 hits of 150 to all enemies, or resistance down. Petrify. Cannot take action, and the cooldown will not automatically reset at the end of the unit's turn. I don't know what that means. Cooldown of what? Oh, like their skills? So it's just like a better version of like stunning, I guess. Okay, it's a 4-turn cooldown. Sure. But 1 turn petrify. Okay, so she can lock people down. She has resist down and then petrify. So interesting. Like instead of 100 resist down, 100 petrify, it's 100 resist down and then 60 petrify. But if you land the resist down, their effect resistance is reduced by 40%, which means that that's going to probably, the way that the F versus F res formula in this game works out, be the equivalent of boosting the petrify proc up to 100%. So it's okay, sure. Passive provides an aura effect. All units on the field gain 30% attack increase. Healing effects are additionally reduced by 30%, and allies can no longer receive attack up. So this is like strictly PvP. You're never gonna use her in PvE. The field-wide attack increase does not apply to enemy units in PvE mode. But like, you're still not gonna use her in PvE because your healing's reduced. So I like how you guys were like, yeah, dude, the field-wide attack would make the enemies fucking do giga damage in our PvE mode. But you know what? We'll remove that so you can use her, so you can heal for less in our PvE. No one's fucking using this character in PvE. You guys cooked a little too much with this one, I think. I think you burnt the dish. But for PvP, I want to come back to this because I think this might be an interesting thing. Let's look at the S1. 2 damage, reduce the target's turn meter by, sure, whatever. All right, so for PvP, healing effect reduction by 30%, and everyone gets attack increase. So this means if you draft her in PvP, healing's less and damage is more off of attack scalars. The thing here though is it says allies can no longer receive attack up. So if you draft her in RTA or you're using her in any sort of PvP whatsoever and your enemy has an attack buffer, they're gonna have double attack buffs. They're gonna have the attack buff from your character, and then they're gonna have the attack buff from their Freya or whatever. Okay, so you'd never want to draft her in PvP against enemies who are trying to do giga damage to you. It seems like they want her to sort of be both these characters, that they don't want to nerf Bloodbath. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So they're coming out with these characters. Healing reduction, okay. So 30% healing reduction is pretty good. Heals in this game are so strong right now anyway, that might not matter that much. The real thing here with bruiser teams, like bruiser v bruiser matchups, is like, okay, who's drafting this character? Are you gonna put this character in your 5 draft, or is your opponent gonna put this character in your 5 draft? If you guys are both drafting bruiser v bruiser, who's drafting this character? Because it affects everybody. It affects everyone. I don't have to have her on my side to have healing reduced, right? I don't have to. I can still have a healer there. Like in my slot where you have Mari, who gives everyone 30% healing reduction, I could have Sonya instead. And while your Mari does no healing, my Sonya's still doing 70% healing. So I'm not, and I still get the attack boost too. And if I want to, I could sneak in an attack buffer and one-shot your ass with Lilium or something. Oh, I don't even have to sneak in an attack buffer. Lilium just attack buffs herself. So I don't know if they've thought this character all the way through. It'll be interesting to see what people do with her in like RTA picks and bans. I think that this character existing, she does do one thing for RTA, and that is there's a certain play style that you've probably seen before where your opponent's first 2 picks are like Ling Lo and Green Sonya, and then they pivot off into whatever else afterwards. And if they pick like Ling Lo and Green Sonya, and you slam this girl on 3 or whatever, and they don't really have a lot of damage after that, you can just like they have 2 dead characters in their slot, right? Instead of it being like, I have Sonya, you have Mari, it's like, I have Sonya and Linglo and you have Mari. And then you just go aggressive on me with your Mari team, I guess. But it'll be interesting. It looks like she's there to punish big heals, but you need to pick her correctly in RTA because of how she's designed. Like, she's like a punishment, not for your opponent having a healer, but having like multiple ways of healing. They just want to stall you out. This might help you get there, but I mean, dude, like, you can't pick her with your own, you can't pick this character with your own Lilium, right? And be like, oh, my stealth bruiser bloodbath Lilium. Lilium won't be able to give herself attack buff anymore. Like, she'll still have this, but so does everybody else. So I don't know. I don't know about that character. That character seemed a little wild, but this character right here, when she comes out, I'm gonna throw some stuff at her. Bro, God bless. Dude, God bless this game. All right, dude. We're about to get cleaved into the fucking floor, and this character probably will also be a PvE monster. If you think about for PvE what this character does, one of the best ways to add Gajiga damage is Dina, right? Dina with defense break plus vulnerable plus her own specialty debuff. This character right here, Plume, has defense break, and then it has up to 60% vulnerability here. So, you know, you have Plume with 60% vulnerability, and then speed down and speed pushing your team, and reducing the damage that the boss does with weakness for some longer fights. All of that versus like Dina has the ability to put her little blood stack thing on, you know, like, which is nice. It's a great way to boost the damage of your party with the erosion debuff. But dude, and Dina, and I'm bringing this up because Dina gets used to do more damage in fast PvE setups than someone like Kloss does. And Plume just shits on both of them. It's like Dina plus Kloss combined with a stripper. So, Godspeed out there. This is by far the best debuffer that we have in Etheria Restart. And let me know how those polls go down there, dude. All right, are you feeling vindicated, gamers? Holy sh! I'll catch you guys. Oh, actually, check out the video that's like this is a big deal or whatever it's called, because it is a big deal. Because apparently, all your favorite YouTubers are having their shit hidden, and you don't even know about it. It's weird.